Hi, I'm Sean Reardon, Mayor of Newburyport, and welcome to the latest edition of the Mayor's Corner. We are in the office this week. We're not on location, and we have a lot going on, so let's get right to it. First of all, it's June 1st. At least that's when I'm taping this. You won't see this till tomorrow, but it's June 1st, which means it's Pride Month. Not only here in Newburyport, but all over the country. So we raised the Pride flag today, and if you look at the rainbow crosswalk up at the City Hall, you'll notice that we have repainted it. So gave it a fresh new coat of paint for Pride Month, so we're really excited about that. And stay tuned. Next week I'll be announcing a lot of different Pride activities going on in Newburyport during the month, so we're really excited about that. I had a little bit of a sad part to start with today, but there was two teachers in Newburyport that just recently passed away, and I just wanted to mention them because they both meant a great deal to me. But Dan Hogan passed away. He was my former physical education teacher. I actually had him for 4 years at the middle school, and then he moved to the high school when I went to the high school. So I had him for 4 years in high school as well. He was my freshman football coach. We were undefeated that year. Him and Coach Pettengale were our two coaches for freshman football. They were legendary freshman football coaches. And then also I used to work, so when I was a freshman in high school, there was a local fitness center in town called the Fitness Factory. And I used to get up early before school and I'd clean it in the morning. And he was actually the guy who used to open the Fitness Factory. So I actually knew him from there too. So I was just very connected with Mr. Hogan. He was a very close friend of the family. So he passed away, which was sad to hear. But then another teacher passed away just this past weekend, Kim Dow, 61 years old. She was fought cancer for 11 years. She was my son Oliver, who's now in 4th grade's teacher for 1st grade. And just, you could not have met a nicer, more kinder person than Kim Dow. She's just very supportive, always had a smile on her face. I mean, she fought that terrible disease for 11 years and was still showing up to teach, every day that she could. So again, I think she stopped right during COVID, because she was still going through treatment. But just a tremendous person, tremendous teacher, and her funeral this week is on Thursday. So my son Oliver actually asked to go, and I don't know if he's actually even been to any funerals before, but he just the teacher meant that much to him that he wanted to go to the funeral this week. So that's what we're going to do. But Kim Dow, incredible person, incredible teacher, and she'll be very, very missed. We just had Memorial Day this past Monday. It was my first Memorial Day ceremony, and it was an absolute gorgeous day here in Newburyport. And it was really a great ceremony. We had over 100 people here at City Hall, and then the ceremony kind of travels around the city. We go down to the waterfront, and then we end up at the Veterans Cemetery on Pond Street. And I just want to thank, the DPS and the Newburyport Fire Department, Newburyport Police Department for helping put the parade on and ceremony on. And a particular big thanks to Kevin Hunt, our Director of Veteran Services, who is the MC. He puts together the show every year. This was his 15th Memorial Day ceremony that he has planned and put on, and we gave him a little commendation. And we also honored George Rofe, who was a local legendary Newburyporter, 96-year-old World War II veteran. He wasn't at the ceremony. It was a particular hot day, but some of his family was there, was able to accept the proclamation on his behalf. But just a really super day, and just just a wonderful way to recognize the people who gave their lives to our country in the line of duty. It's really a great ceremony. How they do it in Newburyport is that we honor the veterans that just passed away in the past 6 months. So we had about 20 names that we listed. We listed the branch of service, and then we also let people know a little bit about them. And I just really thought it was a really great ceremony. So I'm looking forward to be a part of that year after year. And again, people know that my brother-in-law Lucas Teal is a colonel in the Air Force, and so again that theme of service and sacrifice again is never too far away from my mind. So it was a really great Memorial Day, and it was again a great ceremony. Another thing that's happening this week that I want to get you aware of is it's National Gun Violence Awareness Day on Friday. So I guess it's always the first Friday of June, which is this Friday, June 3rd. So I was asked months ago to read a proclamation on City Hall steps at 11:30. And with the events of Uvalde, Texas a couple weeks ago, or a little bit over a week ago now, that I spoke about last week in my Mayor's Corner, this event has kind of taken on a little bit more meaning. We're now going to invite some speakers, victims of gun violence, to speak. We're encouraging everyone to wear orange. I've got my orange bracelet on already. You can pick these orange bracelets up in City Hall. in over, I think, 25 businesses in town are also hosting these bracelets, and they're free, and it's just your way to show support. So stay tuned if you're in the area on Friday. I think it's supposed to be a nice day. Stop by City Hall around 11:30 and show your support for National Gun Violence Awareness Day. I mean, clearly, things have to change, and so that starts with one single step, right? So we're going to try to take one of those steps on Friday. What else is going on in the city? Streets and Sidewalks Plan, 5-year plan. Have you heard of it? No, of course you have, because I've talked about it every week. But actually, all the paving finished today. Milk Street was the last street to finish, and it got finished today, which is great. So kudos to the DPS for guiding the contractors through this work throughout the city. Again, we did 22 streets. We did 4 streets last year. So again, that's how much work we were able to get done, and thank you for the City Council for supporting this work as well. We do have 3 more streets that we're going to finish by the end of the month, but those are kind of carryovers from last year. So Ferry Road, look out, you're getting done finally next couple of weeks, and then Boardman Street will get finished, and then Columbus Ave will get finished as well. So 3 more streets to go. But just a tremendous amount of great work being done across the city. So now we get to start planning on what sidewalks can we tackle this year, right? And that's a part of the budget that's hopefully going to help us with that. That's still going through City Council. Sidewalks, and then we're also going to start planning for the streets that we're going to do next year. So if you want to check out our next year plan, you can go on our website, but wards 2, 4, and 6 will be paved next year. But we can start that planning now, which is really going to help us, again, fly through the work next year as well. So again, great job on the streets and sidewalk plan. Quick update on the Newburyport Youth Services and 59 Low Street. Not a ton happening since our last meeting, but we are working with the architect on a concept design and cost estimate. So we should see that work in about 3 to 4 weeks now. We've had a couple weeks in, we've had a couple preliminary meetings. So that's moving along, I think. And then also the Conservation Commission, or CONCOM, last week voted on the wetlands line, and it's actually going to be pushed back on that property, which is good to know because that's going to give us even more space to utilize for Newburyport Youth Services. So again, those were the 2 big developments, but that project is still moving right along. So I will keep you posted. Real quick, the Sustainability, Recycling, and Energy Department, run by Molly Ettenborough, is announcing the Great Rainwater Barrel Program. And it just started raining here in Newburyport. So if I had a rain barrel, I would have collected some of this water. But they're announcing this program. You can get a discounted rain barrel. So if you want to go to the Sustainability Department's page on the website, you can go on that. It's $79, which I hear is a great deal. So if you are looking to get a rain barrel, you're in the market for a rain barrel, check that out. That's going on this month through the Sustainability Department. Plum Island, we're trying to figure out some more mitigation steps on Plum Island. As you know, on Reservation Terrace, we've had a lot of issues up there. So I just want to let residents know that we are thinking about this internally. We're trying to think of what steps we can do. Unfortunately, what we're dealing with is the beach is pretty much disappeared from there now. And now the weather's getting nicer. People are showing up to the beach and don't realize that they're walking through people's yards. It's just because the land has changed so much in that area. So we're working on signage. We're working on working with neighbors. Really the dune that's left there is really the only thing that's protecting, streets on 75th and 77th. 73rd, we're going to go out there and try to replace some of the street that had been dug up. That work should get done this week. And then also just looking at what we're doing, the Courier bags, there's parts of them that aren't buried in sand anymore, but we want to make sure they're protected, and we don't want people visiting the beach to disrupt them at all. And then the stone structure that we created has settled even more. So pretty much it doesn't even have to be a significant high tide now. Any high tide is kind of breaching the rocks there. So we are going to have to think creatively about what else we can do. The dredge project has gone out to bid, which is great news. And kudos to all the help that went into getting that out. Especially our partners in Washington, our delegation from Massachusetts really was helpful pushing that through with the Army Corps of Engineers to get that bid out for the dredge. But again, if we replace that sand, it could just disappear again. So there's more things in play here. So we have to continually work around the study that they're going to do on the jetty and how we fix that. So once we put that sand on the beach, it's going to stay. So again, all those things are in the works. But I just wanted to reach out to my friends on Plum Island that again, we're having some conversations here about what else we can do to help you. and help protect your homes on Plum Island. What else? This Friday, so after the ceremony at City Hall, I get to go to the Bresnahan because they're having their spring fling, which is there for grades K through 3, I believe, from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Bresnahan School. And they are going to have a dunk tank, and I am going to be in the dunk tank. So if you're looking for some entertainment on early Friday evening, stop by the Bresnahan and you will see a very wet mare getting dunked into a probably pretty cold dunk tank. What else did I want to mention? There's a NYS, Newburyport Youth Services, is hosting a beach cleanup on Plum Island this weekend, Saturday, June 4th, from 9:30 to 11:30. If you meet out by the point on Plum Island, you'll see representatives from NYS there. They're going to have all the things you need for your beach cleanup. But especially now that there's more people going out to the beach, we had a couple really incredible beach days this past weekend. Unfortunately, people don't take care of their trash, and there's going to be probably a lot to pick up there after last weekend. So if you want to take part in that beach cleanup, it's June 4th, 9:30 to 11:30. A huge shout out to the Newburyport High School boys track team who won the Division IV state championship on Monday. It was a 2-day event, so the second day finished up on Monday, and they were down some players due to injury, and they still were able to hang together and win a very close Division IV state championship. And that means they swept the cross-country state championship, indoor track, and now outdoor track. So just a tremendous year for those group of athletes, and a special congratulations to the seniors who are really going out on a high note. You can't go out any higher, right, than winning 3 state championships. So congrats to them. Which brings us to its graduation week here in Newburyport, and that means Newburyport High School graduation takes place on Sunday, and I will be in attendance. I'm really excited for that. They'll have their newly annual car parade on Saturday. So if you're around Saturday at 10 a.m., they start at the Bresnahan, and they're going to drive down High Street into the high school. So I would love to see residents out on the streets waving to the seniors as they go by. It's kind of a culmination of a difficult 4 years going through COVID and everything else, and then also coming to the end of their high school career and then moving on to the next phase of their lives. So that was always one of my favorite weeks as a kid growing up here in Newburyport, so I'm excited to be part of it as mayor this year. So I've got the car parade on Saturday, and then we have the graduation at the high school on Sunday. And NCM Hub will be there filming it, just like they were this Monday filming the Memorial Day ceremony. The NCM Hub will be up at the high school filming graduation as well. And I think I said everything I wanted to say this week. So hopefully I didn't forget anything. Again, last week was again a kind of a somber Mayor's Corner with the events that happened in Texas. So it was nice to see people come back after the long weekend and ready to get to work and just hopefully moving forward in a lot of these things we have going on in the city. Again, there's always going to be terrible things that happen in the world, but it's just how you respond to those. I think that kind of proves your worth. So I was really proud of my staff of coming back this week and digging in. We had a department head meeting today, and there's just a lot of great things going on in the city. So hopefully the next couple of weeks we get through the budget, we get more into spring and summer. We have a lot of great events coming up that I can't wait to tell you about, but we are just looking forward to a wonderful time here in Newburyport. So stay dry today. Hopefully we have some good weather coming, and I will see you at the next Mayor's Corner. Take care.